Upright in locked position. Oh, wait a minute.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seat and buckle up. Seat backs and tray tables in their full upright position. It's another episode of Skip Happens. A view from 30,000 feet. From the first music lesson to the first paid gig to signing the deal, it's the journey that is the life of an artist. Now, here's your captain and co-captain, a.k.a. your hosts, Skip Clark and Deb Lamphere.
There's Deb. She's back, everybody. We've done a few podcasts without her.
And I missed you guys.
Oh, no, you didn't. But and we have a great guest here tonight. His name is Kendall Hunt. Kendall Hunt and the Shooters, and we're going to find out a little more about him, but I'm going to kind of click on this because my phone just went the other way. Here we go. Listen up. This is a little taste of what these guys are about. All right. I love it already. I just want to go, hello, Cleveland.
I know, right?
Here we go.
Trying to find a place to lay. This life's so simple, you say. Same thing on a different day. It's an invite only kind of place, you know. Everybody's invited because the spirit is always cold out in the country.
It's called the Countryman Anthem.
There it is.
Of course, I'm playing that off my phone through the Rodecaster Pro here, but wow. I love the sound of a good guitar. And there it is, right there.
There it is.
Kendall Hunt, everybody. Yep. Kendall Hunt and the Shooters. What's going on, dude?
What's up? How's it going in New York?
Well,
hey, no snow today, right?
No, it was 75, dude.
Thing.
It was 75. What's the temperature there today? Wait a minute. First of all, where are you? Tell everybody where you are.
Okay. All right. Amarillo, Texas native. Okay. So from West Texas, where the weather is terrible.
Yeah, it sucks over there. We get it.
Moved to Dallas. So I live in a town called McKinney, Texas. It's a small town outside of Dallas.
Okay. Are you a Cowboys fan?
I don't know if I should answer that, but I'm going to. I'm going to be truthful. I own up to this. No, I'm not. I'm not a Cowboys fan. I'm a Tom Brady fan. If Tom Brady went to the Cowboys, I would become a Cowboys fan. But
I bet you're a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader fan.
Yeah.
She asked that question. I didn't.
I noticed that.
I had to think about that.
It's okay. Yeah, they're okay. Average at best.
Yeah, that's all right. It's all good. If you were, do you follow football at all?
I do. Yep.
You do. And who's your team?
It's the Bucks right here.
You don't have to say it. Never mind.
It's Tom Brady in the Bucks.
Oh, okay. I got. Okay, he's coming back.
We've only been off football season for a couple of months.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, he's coming back. See, it'll be another year that I'm watching the Bucks. After that, I'll have to look for another team because I bet he will retire after this.
You think? I don't believe it. I don't know what to believe anymore.
Yeah, good point. I don't either.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's good to have you with us here tonight. We got to know each other a little bit before we went on the air, and we came on a little bit early, and I see is that window behind you. It's still light there. It's dark here, so it's coming. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's happening. Yeah, it's and happening. Also, where that's a picture of Dave Grohl. If y'all didn't know,
I was kind of wondering about that
silhouette.
Yeah.
And then that's a little Dave Grohl candle also.
God, that's so cool.
Man, I've been obsessed with the Foo Fighters since I was old enough to listen to music. And so I was in a Foo Fighters cover band. So I'm a rocker at heart. Mm-hmm. I was in a Foo Fighters cover band, and some guy came and watched us play and then showed up to another show and brought that. He painted a silhouette of Dave. So I just kept it forever.
Yeah, you sure it wasn't Dave that showed up and said, "Here, dude, I want you to have this"?
Here's a picture of me.
Well, I'm just saying, he's a cool guy. I get it. He's a great, down to earth, awesome musician. Just good all the way around. But you know what? What has happened recently with the Foo Fighters is just it's devastating when you think about it.
It is. That's why he's coming to our shows. You know, I put that little silhouette there because I've seen them about 4 times now, and I'm not ever going to see him again. And so, just one of those things. I draw so much inspiration from Dave's energy when he plays live and the way he songwrites. And we might not get to see them again. So I try to bring him out now.
Tell us a little bit about the, you and the Shooters. I know you dropped a new song. You're you're trying to get out there, and that's why we have you on here tonight. I know you can do it. It's just a matter of getting some exposure, getting people to know you a little bit, sending people to your website or wherever they can get your music. That's what we're all about. That's what we're all about here. So tell us about what's going on with Kendall Hunt and the Shooters.
Yes. So last year, all this started last year for us. We've all been in different bands forever, playing music since 14 years old. I wanted to do something that I just started gravitating to a lot more, which was like that red dirt rock country. And my roots, again, like I said, I've played in rock bands my whole life, and it's fun. It's fun to go to those bars and rock people's faces off, but there's something more special about that country crowd. They come to your show to dance, enjoy them. I mean, there is a specific purpose for them to come out and watch country music. And I fell in love with it. And so we've been riding that train as hard as we can and loving every minute of it.
Tell us about the song that just dropped.
Blacked Out is the song that just came out. I don't know if you're going to play any of it or not, but it is a more rock, I would say, kind of that new Southern rock sound coming out nowadays. But it's a rock song, and it's about goodness, I'd say the vicious cycle that somebody might find themselves in with alcohol or something, where they know it's not the best thing for them, but they keep doing it. It's kind of I like the fact when sometimes you don't tell people what songs are about, so they can find that purpose. What does that song mean to them? And that's when I wrote that song. It's kind of that thing. It's like, man, I feel like these words find this person in that cycle, but they don't give a crap. They keep doing it, and that's what that song's about.
Do you listen to a lot of country?
I listen to a lot of red dirt type country. Right. I don't really go too far into, like, I know it's sad, but I don't.
It's okay.
I know a few Garth Brooks songs, a couple George Strait. I'm more like Stoney LaRue is what I'm wearing right now.
Yeah, I saw that.
Cross Canadian Ragweed, Randy Rogers. Like, I love those guys.
Oh my God, Cross Canadian Ragweed. Oh my gosh, I was a big fan of theirs when it had to be quite a few years ago now when they first came out, and then they kind of disappeared.
Yeah,
it's like, what happened to these guys? They were so good.
That sucked. I guess they had some internal drama, and it ruined a really good thing.
Yeah, that happens so often though. When you think about these guys that got to travel together, they got to live together, they're city to city, and then eventually somebody says the wrong thing and somebody gets pissed off. And
it's very true.
It's like, screw this shit. I'm not going to do it.
It's hard to click. I know.
Yeah.
Yep, very true.
So how many do you get out of Texas? Whereabouts are you playing? Are you just strictly in Texas right now, or are you starting to expand?
Really, Texas is so big. There's people that circuit Texas year round and never end up at the same spot twice. So right now we are just in the Texas area, really DFW. We've gone out towards West Texas again, which is like 6 hours away. But somebody hit me up today for a show in Louisiana. So I'm definitely okay to go if the opportunity is right.
So
go, Deb.
I was just going to ask if you're playing in Texas mostly and someone from another state approached you. Is it because they came and saw your show, or your music and so forth is branching out to another area? Yay.
I want to know that answer too. I did not know the person, and they had my cell phone number and texted me. So
wow,
which is really cool. Yeah,
that is very cool.
I don't know how it's happening, but it's happened really quick for us. And it's something that rock never provided for us, I guess. You know, it just, and maybe it wasn't the right fit. And with my accent, I can't seem to run away from it. So I've really embraced it. And I think people hopefully enjoy it.
Well, your accent isn't really that strong.
Good.
You know what I mean?
Good.
I noticed it a little bit, but we all, depending on where we're from. I have an accent from being in Syracuse.
True.
You know, I mean, that's
I wasn't going to say
know
anything.
if you even have an accent.
I know. I get it. That's okay. You can say anything you want, but I'm here, you're there. And to be honest with you, I'm a little jealous. But anyways, so do you like Texas has its own chart? Texas has its own country, Texas country.
Yep.
And that's pretty much a lot of where you get a lot of your stuff from, correct?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's a really, when you talk to people outside of Texas, and you're saying, you know, a band like Randy Rogers, I don't know if y'all have heard of them or not.
Yep. Love the Randy Rogers band.
They're Texas and they tour Texas all the time. Well, they'll do a show in Chicago, you know, it's like they're really spreading that Texas country brand out there for everybody, but not all of them do that. And so I'll be talking to people. It's like, oh yeah, you know, that sounds like a Texas country song. And they're like, what's Texas country? And you know, I'm blown away because it's like, well, damn, that's what I'm trying to do, and y'all don't even know what it is.
Well, you're doing a little. It's like you say, it's red dirt, it's outlaw, it's
rock,
a little rock. But when we talk about country music, and I think Deb would agree with this, is a lot of these artists in country, whether they are in Texas, whether they are in Nashville, they've got some rock roots. They've, we've heard them let loose at some shows before. You know, they do what they have to do. Then it's like, all right, we're done with that stuff. Here we go.
Oh, wow. Good point. They do what they have to do. Like, Zach Brown.
Yeah.
His next tour coming up, I think we'll see a different side of Zach Brown. I think, you know, he's gotten all tatted up if y'all seen him recently.
Oh yeah. We just saw him a few weeks ago in Nashville.
I'm telling you. He's going to come out hard. He's going to do, he did the stuff with Chris Cornell. He's done some stuff with Foo Fighters. It's like, you're right. They kind of get famous and popular, and then they kind of do whatever the hell they want, you know?
Well, they can, because they don't have to worry about anything.
Right.
Once they get established, and once you get to be at that level of a Zach Brown level, I mean, really, let's have some fun, guys. Yeah,
I want to do that right now.
Yeah.
I want to try to do that right now, which
you can.
It's tough, right? It's so tough.
Patience.
Yeah.
Take care of that little toy you got today.
Oh yeah.
So you got to go easy, dude. And we'll talk about that. He bought a guitar. We'll leave it at that today.
The head's right here. It's fresh to the Shooter family, man.
And he can't wait to get off this podcast to plug that baby in and give it a whirl.
I can't wait.
Wait, is it an electric guitar or an
here we go.
Twisting my arm, I'll show you.
We're twisting.
You might as well show off your new baby. Oh, that is pretty darn classy.
You know,
Very
and
nice.
I think it's going to do what I need it to do. And that's sometimes you need that inspiration. And you know, the previous guitar I play, I can't do Telecasters very well, you know, the standard country guitar. It just doesn't fit my tone. Like every time I hear it, it's fine, but it's not for me. You know, it's not my weapon of choice. And so I saw this guitar and I had to have it.
So you shopping for a guitar, is that sort of like me shopping for some really cool shoes? You kind of go in and it's like, love them. Let me try them on because I got to have them. Or do you have
that's a hell of a comparison.
Prices nowadays, man.
What's the process to buy a guitar? I mean, you see it, you love it because it looks beautiful, but you really have to.
I'll walk you through it because it was so fresh today.
Okay.
I went. My wife had a surgery today. Nothing critical, but she was she was out for about 2 hours. Okay, there was a guitar shop right across the road, and I've been looking for another guitar, and I was like, you know what? Nothing I can do. She's in the doctor's hand. I better just go and take a look. And I saw about 6 guitars that I thought would probably look pretty cool on stage. And so that's where it starts for me. It's like, I have to love the look. And I picked those guitars out, plugged them all in, started playing them, and kind of whittle it down. And then you have to tell yourself that your wife's, you know, chemically out right now and she can't yell at you, now's the time to do it. And that's what I did. And I told her after the fact.
Okay.
I don't recommend it to anybody, but that's what
I was
happened
going to say,
today.
that's probably not the best recommendation,
Oh,
but it worked
honey,
for you.
honey, how you feeling, babe? How you doing? Good, good. Yeah, you good? Okay. Yeah, I know. Oh,
Yeah.
by the way, I bought
Yeah.
a guitar.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was on
Oh,
sale.
okay.
But yeah, there was a red tag on it, and it was really marked down, so we're good.
I had to do it for the podcast today. I said I have to do this.
You had to
There
do
you
it for
go.
Skip Happens. We'll take
Yep.
the rap.
Yep.
Deb and I will take the rap. Let's talk
There
about
you
you a little bit more. You've been writing. Do you write a lot of your own music?
Yep. Yeah, we write all of it.
Cool.
I've been writing. I got an older brother. He's 7 years older, and he plays with us
Cool.
here and there when he can. And I've been writing songs since I was a little kid, watching him write songs. He was in his own bands, and I never stopped. And they all sucked. I'll be really honest with you. When I was 14, 15, they were trash. And I'd go up to him and say, I wrote a hit, bro. Like, what do you think? And he just kind of looked at me like, keep trying. Keep trying. That's the only feedback.
Mhm.
And that happened for years. And then finally it's like, no, I think this one's good. And then I would just work it out so much going, maybe he'll like it. Maybe he'll like it. And finally he did. It finally happened, years and years. So I've probably written, just this year alone, and we're in April, I've probably written 100 ideas,
Wow.
Wow.
and 3 of them turned into recorded songs. So it's like, I have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, and some that I might go back to them and listen through and see if anything clicks or connects to that feeling. And if it doesn't, I'll just keep writing,
Keep writing. Just keep writing. Just keep writing.
Yeah, exactly.
Keep writing. Just like the Energizer Bunny. Just keep going and go.
I was thinking of Nemo.
Yeah, I was thinking Nemo too.
Just keep swimming.
Leave it to me to be different. But when you say it's an idea, or is it a whole song is an idea, or are you just writing down, like you think of a line and you write it down and that's an idea?
And I've never really shared how I write, and I'll share it with you guys real quick because I think it's very simple. I don't really ask people how they write songs.
Everybody's different, dude.
Yeah, and so it would be interesting to actually start asking these guys, how you came up with that. But for me, it's all about a melody. I think of guitar first. Or a drum beat. I've been playing drums since I was a little kid too. And I just hear that in my head, and then my brain just starts painting stuff with it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll grab my guitar and say, what was that melody? And maybe I'll find it, maybe I don't. But if I do, that's when I hit record. And so I always just record guitar parts. Always. I never record a vocal melody. I never record lyrics first.
Okay.
I always find a music, like the music first. And so when you were playing that clip of Countryman, the Countryman anthem, you hear that big lead part, that intro, boom, bam, bam. I find those things first, and then I wrap a song around that.
Cool. Well, I gotta say that's what caught my attention with that. When I heard that, and tonight was the first that I've heard that, I'm like, damn. Already I'm captivated with it. You know what I mean?
The Blacked Out song that we just came out with, it's got a similar punch you in the face opening, because that's what I write first. I write that, how is this song painted? And it's always starting with the music.
I don't know if I have it here or not. Wait a minute. Let's just see. I don't know. Okay, somebody's got to talk while I do this.
Yeah, I will.
I didn't think you'd take more than 3 seckons to find it, so you're usually pretty quick with that stuff.
I know. I had it up earlier.
I should have sent you a vinyl of it, just.
Oh, the vinyl, dude.
Yeah.
Do you have vinyl?
No.
Okay. Oh. because it's all coming back.
I know.
And
but it's not cheap. It's not cheap to make.
That's the other thing. And somebody, I totally get that. Let's see.
Because I do think it would be cool to have one vinyl of every single, and just,
oh my God,
and kind of have that as your showcase.
Yeah.
But to do one is very expensive. To do a bunch, and it's a little cheaper. But
yeah, I think I got something here. Here we go. I think. Yes, no?
Yeah.
It's like a little teaser.
Yeah, that one. You could go to all the streaming platforms. It's out there on Spotify and everything. But yeah, that's the chorus of it.
Yeah, and it's definitely red dirt.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It's definitely
it's out. It's a rock song, man.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Do you follow people like Colt Ford? Maybe well, we got Cody
I've heard.
Johnson, but I know Cody Johnson is a Texas boy. I love his music.
He is blowing up right now.
Yeah, he is. We saw him in Nashville here again just a few weeks ago. Trying to think Pat Green in Texas from back in the day, and he's still out doing some things.
Yeah.
I mean, Pat Green, I got to say, is the one that really turned me on to Texas country. There's something that he had
a
wave
lot of
on
people.
wave. Yeah.
A lot of people. That song right there was kind of a gateway to the mainstream of Texas country. That song got very popular outside of Texas, and it still is. Sadly, he's been going around for a long time, but that's still his number one song.
Yeah. Who would you like to go on tour with?
Oh man, easy. Okay, I think about this daily.
I bet you do, and I don't blame you.
Sometimes it changes, but let's see if you know these people. So I would say if we were opening, we're where we are today. We're opening. We're supporting one of these big acts. I would have to do a guy named Corey Kent. I don't know if y'all have heard him. He came out with a song called "Wild as Her," and I think Morgan Wallen wrote it, or maybe they wrote it together.
Okay.
But we saw them at a venue here in McKinney, and man, they've got it. They're going to blow up, and they have the same energy that I want to portray. Like I love Foo Fighters because of Dave's energy and the live shows, and it just riles you up. And we're not one of those bands that just stand there and play. It's like I can't do it. I want to run everywhere. It's just I'm stuck at the microphone singing. But Corey Kent's band, that would be one where I would want to support them because we could grow together. So I've thought about that path. I'm a huge Randy Rogers fan. So if I could, another avenue, I'd open up for Randy Rogers all day.
We you mentioned that earlier as well. We played Randy Rogers here in the Northeast. So,
awesome.
He kind of broke out of that country, Texas country, and nationally, which is cool.
Exactly. And he's one of the very few that, and for some reason he has the songs, "Kiss Me in the Dark," that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah.
He could go wherever he wants, but for some reason they really do stay true to Texas.
Yep, Texas is home. Doesn't want to go anywhere.
Texas is home. Yeah.
I'm sure somebody had to go and grab Cody Johnson and say, "Dude, you got to come to Nashville. Get out of there. Let's go."
Oh yeah, I'm curious to see what they're going to do next.
Yeah, I mean, he is killing it, as you said. I totally agree. And plus, we hear him on the radio all the time. I'm playing him every day, like every 2 hours. So it's in that what we call a heavy rotation, which is every artist's dream is to be in that heavy rotation. So
yes, sir.
Exactly. Wow. What's your ultimate career goal? Where do you see yourself, I guess? What's your goal?
Beside the stadium tour.
You can't take that away. That's the number one goal.
I know it is. It is.
Great question, because there's different places I want to go with this. And there's the new world where you get millions of followers and they just love your stuff, and you create a fan base like Cody Jinks. Cody Jinks doesn't have to tour. I'll be really honest. Him and his fans can do anything together. And that's one route, because you notice whenever he started really touring, the guy was filling up stadiums.
We had him here in a couple of venues. Well, it's been the same venue a couple of times, and it's sold out each time.
Exactly. But, you have guys that have been doing the Texas country stuff for 25 years, and Cody Jinks is not that he hasn't been playing that long. He has, but when he really hit that stride, he can fill up seats left and right, and he doesn't have the hits, in my opinion, that Randy Rogers has.
True.
So he did it with his fan base.
He did, and the fan base comes from social media. It comes from different avenues like that. It's not because Cody Jinks, let's just be honest. We're not hearing Cody Jinks on the radio.
I know.
And in my opinion, we need to.
It's crazy.
But he doesn't need to because he's got everything right here in the palm of his hand when I talk about the social media, whether it's
Is he a TikTok person?
I don't think he's TikTok, but he's put his music out there on different socials, and whether it's all the different digital service providers, the DSPs that and people just and so many people are getting their music from those providers, and they hear Cody Jinks and they save it, and man, and here he comes to town.
But they're so loyal to him, and Co Wetzel. He's another person where I was, in my eyes, I'm like, okay, if my where I want to go with this, could I be on tour with a Co Wetzel? The answer is yes. We line up pretty well because his stage is very energetic. He's got the Pickleback laser show going on, but I want to compete with Co Wetzel. He's the guy that I think it has to be his personality that captures people's hearts, and they're just like, I'm a co-fan for life, and they've only heard one song, but it's him as a person that makes it, I guess people just want to know what the hell he's doing all the time. But I don't want to go on tour with him necessarily because I want to do better than Co Wetzel. It's like I do. His avenue of music is what I want to do. It's rock, it's attitude, it's having the most fun. So it's like I've thought about it a bunch of like, where would I want to finish out, and I don't know if country, the red dirt world is where we're always going to live. I want to grow it to what Kendall Hunt and the Shooters is going to sound like, and I think it is a little more rocky. So it might not fit in certain categories, but it's definitely a Southern guy singing rock songs and having it. I just try to bring as much passion as I can when I'm writing these songs, and I want to do that. It's like the stadiums would be fantastic, of course, right? But I want to have that show that people that want to come back and see you 4 times a year. I want it to be like that. I don't just want to tour because we came out with a new album. I want that to be the career. People just want to keep you on the road for 3 years in a row. Like, no problem.
Your
I'm
wife
all for that.
Yeah. Right. Well, I don't know. Being on the road for 3 years in a row would be a little tough.
It's got to be tough.
It's got to be tough. But you're living your dream. You're going after your dream. It's your passion to do this.
Yeah. Nothing is easy, right?
No, nothing. I mean, whether it's doing Skip Happens with somebody just saying. No, nothing's easy. If you weren't doing music, what do you think you would be doing?
Oh, hell. I'd be an IT guy.
That's what you do now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What kind of IT? Yeah. What kind of IT do you do? What do you actually do?
Well, okay. So this is either going to create some fans or they're going to call me a nerd, but my,
nobody's more of a nerd than I am, but
okay. I'm in good company then.
Yes.
I love leadership. Like I've been an IT manager for many years now, and it's just something that I just naturally do, and I've always done. And so people leader is what I am, and it works well with running a band too, because you got to be fair, you got to be honest, you got to rally the troops and move in one direction. So yeah, it'd have to be, if I was to retire and say I did something fantastic, it's probably a CIO of a big company, and I did that for 25 years.
Yeah. Well, wow. So the IT though, I mean, that's a thing to be doing.
You don't look old enough to be somewhere 25 years.
No, I'm saying I would be a CIO for 25 years, then retire.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah. Now you got a fam, right? I mean, you talked about your wife. You got kids?
I got one daughter. She just turned 7.
Oh, God bless you.
Yeah. She's in the fun age though, you know.
Yes.
I just had a buddy. I went, drove to Amarillo, Texas, last weekend. 5.5 hours. Played in a golf tournament. I love golf too, by the way.
Cool.
Wind was blowing like 40 miles an hour, but that's normal for Amarillo, Texas. And so we did that. We got allergies. Everybody's sneezing, and then we go see his newborn baby. He's like a month old, and it reminded me of why I don't have more kids. It is so hard. It's so tough at that age. So yeah, I got one. I'm sticking with one.
I have 3 daughters. Yep. I have 3 grown daughters, and yeah, it was,
God bless you, sir.
Pretty awesome, to be honest with you. And they've given me, I'm going to show my age a little bit, but I got 8 grandkids. So and I have a 21-year-old son here at home who's, he's Down syndrome. Let me put it that. So it got, it's just, and he's a big lover of music and baseball.
Awesome.
And I'm sure he's upstairs watching this podcast right now. You'll see Zachary on the little comment side here. He'll start commenting. He does that with everybody.
Oh, cool.
So, but he hasn't popped in there yet. How long? I mean, are you self-taught? Let me ask you that. Are you self-taught on the guitar, or did you take lessons at a younger age?
No. So the dude, Dave Grohl, behind me, when I grew up, and my brother and our household, they were listening to rock music, Collective Soul.
Sure.
We'd wake up before church, and my dad would be blasting. Oh, you remember those old stereos where you had to have this giant center console, and then giant speakers and cables running everywhere.
Oh, we had all that.
Exactly. That was Sunday morning, was Collective Soul playing as loud as possible, or the Metallica Black album was really popular then. And that's how we woke up. And so, yeah.
You were born with it.
Definitely. And so when my brother was playing, I would always ask him, I'd watch their band rehearse. And he didn't want me around, it's like this little snot trying to ruin this cool vibe. But I couldn't get out of the room. It's like I wanted to watch. And when all his buddies would leave, I would go and play on the drums, or I'd pick up a guitar or a bass. I don't care what it was. I just wanted to make some sounds with it. And finally it got to the point of me asking, like, teach me. Nothing happening. He knew I wasn't ready to really learn. And then one day I just came up to him and was like, show me how to do things with this. And he finally showed me like some power chords and made me listen to Green Day. And it's like, if you can't play this song by yourself, I can't teach you anything. And so I just learned.
Wow.
And then he showed me a few things, and now I'm 100 times better than him. I don't know if he's listening or not, but
we'll find out.
We'll find out.
I had to learn, and I did it myself. And I've had some really, really cool people around me, that are amazing on guitar, and I'll ask them questions. I've played with some awesome people, but mainly I don't care what they're doing, because it's not what I want to do. And so Dave Grohl's kind of the same way. It's like, he doesn't know what he's playing. He's just writing really cool music. And that's how I do it too. It's like, I don't know if those notes are supposed to go together, but they sound really damn cool when they do. And that's part of my song.
Love it. What was the last concert you went to?
Corey Kent.
Okay.
Y'all are going to have to listen to him.
No, you know what? Somehow I think I have heard of him, but be it in the Deb's making notes.
I am making notes. Can you tell?
Check it out.
But we will definitely check it out. And wow, how long ago was that?
A couple weeks.
Really? It was that soon? Cool.
I'm going to go see Stoney LaRue.
Oh, well, I know Stoney LaRue. Well, I don't know him, but I know who he is. Yeah. It's not like we're buds.
Yeah.
Hang on, I got Stoney on the line here.
Yeah, give me a set.
We're not that type of friends. Not yet, anyways.
Not yet. I'm going to go see him next Thursday. Cool.
Cool.
I love watching those guys. I like taking what they do really well and like stealing it. It's like somebody on that stage is doing something really cool. I want to do that too, you know.
Is that what you, being an artist? I know me being who I am and what I do, and Deb what she does. When we go to shows, I watch to see how they're acting and to see what's going on, and maybe, or if I listen to somebody, and because me being an on-air personality here in the Northeast, it's like, I like what he did. I want to steal that. I want to try that, you know, or maybe Deb with one of her businesses sees how somebody does something, and it's like, you know, I need to do that. Is that
you always can learn something for sure. Always get suggestions.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I don't think so either. Like I want to be as original as possible. Of course, and you know who doesn't, but there's also the inspirational people that you just naturally pull the tendencies from. And I've always kind of mentioned like Slash. I will never be a guitar player as great as Slash. I don't try hard enough to, you know, I'm not trying to be Slash. But I do try to achieve and steal the emotion I get when he plays certain solos, you know, like he doesn't sing, but yet he's one of probably the most popular member of Guns N' Roses. I steal what he did to capture that emotion that I felt during one of his solos. So I'll try to like create a solo that has that same feel, but I can't get anywhere close to what notes he hit or how many. That's what I try to capture from these artists is that feel. They did something with the feeling. Maybe it was the bass player had this cool progression. Well, I don't know what that progression is, but I know that feeling I want in my song somewhere.
Do you do a lot of covers like Metallica, Guns N' Roses, or any of those little Paradise City maybe?
Oh man, I've been in lots of cover bands in my life, and I love covers. Like if I went to a show and they didn't play some really badass covers, I'm kind of disappointed because I do like to see what people can do and how they put their own flavor on it.
Yes, exactly.
So yeah, we keep a lot of covers in rotation from rock. You know, we added Tush, or we might add what's that called? Keep Your Hands to Yourself by the Georgia Satellite.
Yep.
It's just those kind of things are fun to do, and then I'll have covers in there for me too, which might be like a Weezer cover or you know, just the older rock stuff or 90s, 2000 rock stuff.
Yeah, that's the feel good too.
It feels good.
There's a lot of feel good in that music, and it just makes you want to drink all that much more.
I knew I liked you.
Well, he did say, you know, country people come for country concerts. They want to have a good time.
They do.
They'll have a few drinks. They'll be dancing, singing.
And they're brutal.
Yeah.
You know? They're honest. You know, those
absolutely.
Rock, they kind of like, you know, you just make some loud ass noise, you know,
and they're
okay,
happy.
Cool. We're here to rock. Country, man, they judge the heck out of you. So you got to be on your A game. And I always like jumping out into the crowd, you know, with a wireless guitar and doing solos or grabbing somebody and having them finish a cover song. You know, you go sing that. I'm going to sit out here and play while I'm watching because that's what it's all about for us. It's just having a blast.
Yeah.
You're right. That's what it's about. And if you're having fun, the guests will have fun. Your audience, the people that are there, they're going to have a good time.
And if they're not, you know, you can kind of see sometimes the weather might be weird.
Throw their ass out. That's all.
You just boot them out. You gotta have to. The way I like to run the shows is if I can tell that people just aren't vibing yet. You know, maybe there's not enough booze in them, or the full moon's out. It's like, okay, well then we got to turn it up a couple other notches. I got to go out there and just start getting a singing group together. You know, it's like Morgan Wallen Whiskey Glasses is a fun example of when I see the crowd is just like not in it yet. We'll play that song, and during the little bridge part where he's like line them up, I'll go to the bar with my guitar while I'm playing it, and I'll say like 10 fireball shots, and I'll have her go out and just hand them to people as I'm playing with her.
Wow!
And all of a sudden, you know, I'm not doing a commercial for Fireball, but it works.
No, I know. Yes,
it works.
Yeah. Exactly. What's that beeping?
Don't know.
You don't hear it?
I did hear it.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know. I don't know. I don't think it's here.
Is it a
Was that your heart
beeping or a
monitor?
buzzing?
I did. No, I'm hearing a beep.
Oh.
I thought maybe it was a heart monitor.
Oh, no.
Little EKG going on.
Right.
But, oh man, what do you like to eat?
Ugh.
Are you a beef
I
and
think you
potato guy?
I think you can tell what I like to eat. Everything. My favorite food, though, contrary to what I may appear, sushi is probably my favorite food.
Okay. Not a fan. There's that beep again. So
My refrigerator's making noises, but it's more of a buzzing. It's not a beeping.
I don't hear your fridge.
Okay, good. Well, you usually hear everything that goes on around here.
Yeah, we heard before when you got up to go get the iced tea. I heard the water running, the ice dropping, we heard it all. So
Yeah, so see that? You
I
Skip's
love
always yelling at me because I'm too noisy back here.
no, not at all. Love her. It's so awesome. And I'm really looking forward to hearing a lot more out of you. And you've got the new song that dropped.
Yep.
And if somebody wants to find out more about you, Kendall, do you have a website? Or is it just your socials? No. Not yet. Not yet.
I haven't found the need for a site.
Hold it. Time out. You're an IT guy.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Dude.
People go to Facebooks, they go to Instagram, or I'm just now getting into the TikTok thing.
Yes.
But I could spin up a website really quick, but all I do is point them back to my socials.
Right.
So
No,
I haven't done one.
You have a good point. But I will say this. Recently, I've been in some meetings, and one of the most important things that you or any artist can do right now is get on TikTok.
That's what I'm hearing.
And make it your own. Do your own thing. Little snippets, little clips, little whatever, and bam.
I'm working on that. I am. It's not easy.
No, I know that.
I've never been an acoustic player. I'll play acoustic just to write songs. I play my acoustic every day, not for years, every single day. But I've never sat down and recorded myself and like sung a song and liked it. It's like, man, it's missing guitars and rock drums and it's missing a bunch of energy. It's a very intimate thing. And I need to get better at it and just accept that people want to hear that too.
Yeah, it's not only that, but when you're out doing a show, and for example, when you were talking about the Morgan Wallen and line them up, have somebody do a clip of that. It goes up on YouTube or TikTok, and bam! Next thing you know, it went viral. And look at this guy; he's rocking out and he's buying drinks.
Great point. Great point.
Stuff like that. It doesn't have to be just you, performing. And here we are on TikTok. It doesn't work that way. Have fun with it.
Right.
Have fun with it. If you know somebody, if your wife is in the audience or Deb or I, we're out there and we're getting into it and I see you doing that and I'm going to record it. And you know what? I'm going to send it to you and say, put it up on your TikTok. Watch what happens.
Great point. Yeah, no, I wish we've documented more of that journey. I mean, we got to open up for Aaron Watson last year.
Aaron Watson. Oh my God.
He's a awesome.
Yep.
And he's paved a lot of the ways. He's a full independent guy. He does everything himself, and he deserves it. But it was such a thrill that I should have paid somebody to come and really document this thing. But we didn't. It's like a couple cell phone cameras, and that's it. It wasted opportunity. But I know better now.
Right. We learn a lot from those experiences, what we want to do in the future to make it all better. So
yes, ma'am.
There's the goods and the bads behind owning your own business. You learn as you go.
You learn, yeah. Good point.
You gotta love it, man. You gotta love it. Kendall, it's been awesome chatting with you tonight and to get to know you. And hopefully your socials, can they just do a Kendall Hunt Music or
Kendall Hunt and the Shooters. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. That's how you'll find us. I love chatting with everybody. So you want to message and just talk crap or ask me about my new guitar or how I'm so much better than my brother, go for it. Yeah.
What a smooth move. Your wife is under and you're out buying a guitar.
Look, I didn't say I was the best guy in the world.
No, it's all she handled it fine when you told her.
Yeah. No.
So far.
Yeah,
so far.
she's fine. She's not in here right now.
No, I know.
We haven't had the real conversation yet. So
Well, seeing it only happened today,
yeah, it's going
there's a
to.
little bit of room for leeway for when she's feeling better and she's, absorbed what's gone on here.
It'll be a good story for next time.
There you go.
Yeah.
We're going to have to remember to follow up on this one.
What's your downtime activity? You're not playing music. You're not doing the IT.
Yep.
What would you be doing?
Golf.
There you go.
I
Hitting
love
the
it
ball.
so much.
Did you watch the Masters?
I did.
Wow.
You know, it's always the beautiful story when Tiger Woods is doing good, and it's hard not to focus on him. And so when he didn't do too hot towards the end, I'm upset, but I do love watching all those guys out there. Golf is absolutely my other pastime.
Excellent. Scheffler got the green jacket, right?
Oh my gosh, yeah. Well, he blew everybody away.
Yeah, big time. I watched some of those putts on the news, and I said, how do these guys do that?
Oh, I don't know. It's
like
unreal.
the ball gets to the post, and then it turns and goes right in. It's like, seriously? Somebody driving that thing?
They're reading it. The greens don't have directions. I don't know how they do it, man.
Remote control?
Maybe.
I don't know.
So we had the Masters on for a little while. So my husband's a big golfer. I'm not really a big interest in golf, but one of the guys putts the ball, and I swear to God, it couldn't have been more than 12 inches from the hole. And you probably know who it is, but he had to put his little pin there. He had to measure this, measure that, walk around. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? If he, he gets paid millions of dollars. If he cannot get this ball 12 inches into the hole, he should be fired.
Oh, it gets him. It's a mental thing. And your husband would know this. If one of your buddies bet you $50 that you can't make a 6-inch putt, you're going to stand over that putt for like 3 minutes because and then you're just going to overthink everything. I drink every time I go play golf.
Then you're fine.
Because I don't have to overthink anything. I just
he was totally overthinking this. It's like I have this thing. There's certain things when you're in sports, if you're a field goal kicker in football, if you miss that within a certain range, you should be fired or fined or something. That's your job. You got one job.
Oh my God.
One job. Kick the damn ball through the little post.
You are a business owner. You can tell.
So I felt like that when that golfer had to get it in there. So
by the way, who's Jeffrey? Who's Jeff?
My older brother.
Yeah, well,
I figured that. Well, as soon as he said, "I will always be the superior musician," I kind of had a feeling that's what it was.
We are so competitive,
oh my gosh,
I have to jump it in there when I can.
That's awesome. That's awesome, dude. It's been a lot of fun. You're really cool.
Thank y'all.
Appreciate your talent, what you're doing. Looks like you're on the road to something good. And yep. Just keep at it. Don't give up. I obviously been doing it for a while, and I can see it just continue to grow for you. Have you real quick before we say goodbye? I'm going to hear that beep again in a minute. Deb.
I don't know where it is.
I want to know where
he's calling Deb out every time.
I do.
It's got to be on
you know what it is? We're going to get Kendall. We'll get off tonight. And we'll be chatting, and I'll hear it again. She'll go, "Oh, maybe it's my." Yes, Deb. Maybe.
I don't know. We'll figure it out when we're off.
But do you get to Nashville at all?
I've never been to Nashville. That is the place that musicians always dream about, and I've never gone and done it. I've never, even gone to the bars and hit left and right and seen all those great musicians. I've never done it.
Road trip.
It sounds like a badass road trip, honestly.
It is. It's a good time. Definitely. You got to do it.
I know.
You got
inspiration. There's so much inspiration that'll be drawn from just seeing everybody, busting their own ass, doing their own thing every day in Nashville. I follow a lot of those Nashville players, and they work so hard. It's cool to see.
I could see somebody like you hitting Nashville, having a good time, Not that a lot of musicians and a lot of people that have been there quite often, especially, somebody like Deb who goes there quite often. I go there once in a while, but go down on Broadway, you go into one of these bars and you go, you know what? I'm going to jump up on that stage and I'm going to play a song. I mean, they let you do that. It's amazing. I could see you doing that.
I would.
You know what? That everybody in the place would go,
who is that guy?
Who is this guy?
Yeah. And you'll gain a whole new network of fans.
Exactly.
Look, it's a business expense now that I have to come to Nashville. I mean, that's right. It's what it sounds like.
Business expense.
It's a business opportunity.
Yep. And if you need a little help with that, like right now, Texas, tax day is on April 8th? No, because this would be next year's. Never mind.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Next year. But I could do it now, right? I could do it now. And then and I'll contact Deb to bring a crowd.
There you go. We'll get you hooked up.
And she would do it right. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Do that.
Now that's a good TikTok.
Yeah. That would be fun. Just let me know. Let me know when you get out there. Yep. That would be fun.
I see Jeff said I told him I would get on.
Oh, I didn't know. It's like he's not on the camera, so he's probably jealous. And
you guys are really competitive like that.
Yeah. Our whole life.
Well, Jeff, he's doing a kick-ass job, and I'm sure you do a kick-ass job as well, Jeff. So,
thanks, man.
Cool. Yeah.
Is he in Texas also, or is he somewhere
He
else?
is.
He's upstairs.
He's about 5.5 hours away from us, and so when we play bigger shows, we really operate as a 3-piece kind of deal right now. When we play bigger shows, I'll have my brother come up play those shows.
Wonderful.
How did you come up with the name The Shooters?
Well, I take a lot of shots when I play, and I call them shooters.
I got you.
And so it originated with that. It's like, who's buying the next round of shooters? It just stuck. It was like this.
Yeah, I get it.
Texas bands or country bands do their first names or their names and then a band name, and it's like, damn, like The Shooters is cool. So
that sounds like a Texas kind of band name, actually.
Yeah.
I think it fits very well.
Thank you.
I think I'd want to do some shooters.
See? Skip, I'm telling you, man.
Shit, dude. Absolutely. Kendall Hunt, everybody. Kendall Hunt and The Shooters. Do a Google. I can't even talk now. A Google search. My inner ears. Do you wear inner ears when you're doing your thing? It's
I do.
Like,
yep.
Sometimes do they kind of throw you off sometimes?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know
you got
what's going on here.
Again, you got to take a couple shooters and you won't think about it.
That's right.
Absolutely. It's been a pleasure having you on tonight, finding out about you. I'm glad that your publicist got a hold of us and said, hey, we'd like to get Kendall Hunt on along with The Shooters. And, and by the way, they're awesome. A lot of props to them. It's a good choice on your part. I don't know how it all worked on your end, but you got somebody out there that's pulling for you and somebody that's doing their job, not just say, okay, you paid us, we're good.
Right.
So, but no, they're doing their job, and I'm happy to be working. I don't work with them, but they send a lot of artists my way. So,
right. No, I appreciate that. Thank you.
We appreciate you and Kendall Hunt, everybody in The Shooters. Make sure you, like I said, do a little Google search and check out the new song. New song title is, once again,
Blacked Out.
Blacked Out.
It has to do with drinking, if you couldn't
I was going to say too many shooters.
The title says it all.
There's a pattern here.
Yeah, it's going in that direction. On that note, we're going to say goodnight before we go any deeper. It's Kendall Hunt and The Shooters, everybody. Check them out online. We are Skip Happens. Make sure you give us a thumbs up. You can subscribe to Skip Happens on YouTube. And also we have a Skip Happens vodcast page on Facebook. Give us a like there. And Deb's got, go ahead.
The official Country Music Fan Club on Facebook and Instagram. Follow us. We'll follow you. Promote all our new artists and all the new music.
Yep. And it was good to have Jeff chiming in here. I could and Lauren giving us a nice little hand clap. So that's pretty awesome. And I know you've got a lot of fans. It looks like a lot of them were watching tonight. So Kendall, you're awesome. Thank you, bro. We'll do some shooters sometime.
Let's do it.
All right.
Thank you both.
What's your flavor when we do a shooter? What is it?
Man, I am so TX whiskey.
Okay.
I don't know if you've had it.
Hang on.
Are you grabbing something?
One of his 22
Oh my
bottles over
God.
there. Oh, geez.
We'll do that. and I don't know if you've ever had a Pickleback chaser.
No.
I'm gonna have to teach you some things.
Ooh.
Shot of whiskey with a little shot of pickle juice. So shot of whiskey first, chase it with some pickle juice. It is delicious. And then of course I've got to plug. They don't sponsor me, but they should, and I should own some of their company. Fireball seems to always be around when we play music, so that's my other flavor.
It's good. I got a bottle of that
I
upstairs.
was about to say, like it or not, it does the job, and it's pretty good too.
That's so funny that you mentioned that, and I had one sitting right here next to me.
A Fireball shot?
No. The
the
TX
TX.
whiskey.
Oh my God! Oh, it's so good. Yeah.
Excellent. Kendall, you're awesome. All right, take care, peace, stay safe, and look forward to hearing much more. And let's stay in touch. Let me know what's going on. And if you're ever in the Northeast, make sure you look us up. We're
I will.
All
Thank
right.
you both. Really appreciate it.
Thank you too.
Appreciate
Have a
you.
good
Yeah.
night.